Hello, dear listeners. Sorry to have to do another one of these so soon. Real life's been kind of kicking my ass lately, and the Labyrinth recording ended up being like 3 hours, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and unfortunately I lose out on the Fathom event SCO. Swell. Not for nothing, part of the reason why it's been harder for me to edit in a reasonable amount of time is because I've actually been doing a lot more overtime at work lately. One way you could help prevent that is donating to our Patreon or Ko-Fi or even the support the show link below. Please. We've got some cool stuff on the Patreon, including an extended conversation I had with Bryan about the 2014 La Belle et la Bête, if you want to see more of that. It looks like you might, considering the fact that episode blew up. Thank you, Kyle. I know that was mostly because of you. But alright, enough begging for money. On with the outtakes. Oh, and there's also no particular theme about this one. This is just going to be outtakes from as many episodes as I could get to justify this being a full episode. Again, enjoy. Welcome to Niche Retelling, the podcast where we explore... Shabby, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Is it recording on my end, or...
Yep, I see your little red dot. We're good.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, no, you're dead. But sorry, anyway. You did not survive this. But...
Roll credits!
Well, we were so lucky. But no, that's terrible. That's mean. Again, she is easily the best part of the movie. Very compelling performance.
Yes.
And in spite of the fact that you are kind of right, Sam, and that these are very... Like, somehow they made the period dress very sexualized anyway. She did look very lovely doing all of this.
Unfortunately, I am also a woman lover, and
yes.
Leah Seydoux is not hot.
As a feminist, I am horrified. As a sapphic, I am delighted.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, okay.
Sam, you are muted. I give a swearing warning. You know what he needs? He needs, like, a hot Giles, like, English professor boyfriend.
Questioning your choice to go for Giles, but...
It was the first thing I could think of.
I thought of Niles Crane, but alright.
I mean, Sam, I have to ask, which one's more questionable?
I haven't seen Frasier, but my hatred for Joss Whedon burns deeply enough that I might give it to Niles.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, yes, I know, Joss Whedon sucks. I am not saying he does not suck, but unfortunately, Buffy is part of my cultural lexicon. I'm sorry. I was 13 when I first encountered Willow and Tara, okay?
You have nothing to apologize for. I don't ask you to forgive me for being raised in the Potter generation.
Yeah.
I mean, so was I.
Oh, yeah.
So was I, honey. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
me too.
I'm still trying to get rid of those books.
I just do a book burning. That's what you do.
No, I'm not gonna burn it.
That seems fashy, regardless of what you're
Exactly.
doing it
Do you have a cat?
I do not have a cat.
I was going to say, you could let the cat pee on the books.
That would be fun. That would be very fun. But
for. My justification is that the money's been spent, and they're probably, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years old at this point?
yeah,
And
Repurpose it into something else. Like, maybe you make it into a book
I've
save.
debated blackout poetry. I've debated blackout poetry, yes. But I don't know. I did look it up on eBay. They can go for a decent amount, but I know for a fact a couple of them are too well loved.
Yeah.
no, the only ones that,
All right,
the
so-
only ones that make any money are the first edition British ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Though, if they are thick enough, you kind of could cut into it and use it for, like, snacks or something.
Yeah. Rolling.
Next, I'm problematic. No.
Yes, that was good.
All in all, Jane Austen's work seems to have has stood the test of time much better than J.K. Rowling's.
How crazy is that?
Jesus.
How crazy is that?
Well, he'll fix himself if he knows what's good for him. You know, how
Exactly.
how universal is that?
Yeah, damn. I didn't think this was where this conversation was gonna go, but I'm here for it. Yeah.
They would have both fit on the door. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Callie, no,
It's not
we're not
about
doing this.
fitting on the door, it's about the buoyancy!
The real question is, how come they didn't use the lifeboats to get onto the iceberg?
We're not doing this.
Mythbusters proved it. That's end of discussion. Mythbusters proved it.
It's not about practicality of it, it's about the emotion.
That's it.
Nah.
We're not doing the Cinema Sins Titanic thing. We are not doing it.
But
It bothers
Odd
me.
Would kill me. Partially because Odd would kill me.
If Steven Spielberg and George Lucas had been told no, maybe we wouldn't have the entirety of Temple of Doom, and the only real loss there would be Ke Huy Quan. We love Ke Huy Quan.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones.
Oh, buddy.
Don't watch Temple of Doom, it will just hurt.
I haven't seen any of them.
So, we're not going to get into my thoughts about Temple of Doom. That's a different podcast.
It's just super racist.
Save it for
Let's
when
leave it at that. It's super racist.
Got it.
Save it for when I'm on your podcast for the Indiana Jones episodes.
I'll grab the Ouija
I've
board.
literally-
Oh, hang on. Be right back.
I've literally only ever seen the YouTube clip of Tom Hiddleston as F. Scott Fitzgerald. And
Why?
because I had a crush on Tom Hiddleston and I had no clue who the fuck Woody Allen was in 2013 when I was looking it up.
Most of us didn't know because we're not of the age where we would have known.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know that stuff had come out by that point, but probably wasn't nearly as widely known as it is now.
Well, even then, even Jazz and I were too young to really...
We were 20.
When all of it came out?
I feel like, well, no, not when all of it came out, but by the time Midnight in Paris happened.
Right, but I think but we still didn't know. We weren't, like, following that career, like...
No, we barely knew who Woody Allen was, I will grant you that.
Yeah, so, like, of course we wouldn't have known. We weren't, like... And cancel culture wasn't really that big of a thing then. I mean, that's a whole other subject, but it makes sense that we wouldn't have known back then, you know.
And yeah, obviously, we all had a crush on Tom Hiddleston. Most of us still kind of do, even if, yeah, big old finger wag for the Woody Allen of it all.
George R.R. Martin, you still haven't finished the book? Motherfucker.
You owe the WGA money.
By order of Neil Gaiman, you now owe the Entertainment Fund money.
That's fair.
My most active social media is going to be Kingmaker Castle on Tumblr. That's where you can find me at. It's going to be a lot of Vampire Diaries, the originals, and a lot of Scream now, too. So if you like weird CW, vague horror, and general buffoonery, please come follow me at kingmakercastle.tumblr.com.
Isn't that your RP blog?
No, wait, maybe it is. No, yeah, it is. Sorry. One of these days I'll learn what my own URL is.
You guys listen to Escape from Vault Disney?
Yes.
Okay. I swear to God, there was one episode where Tony's computer kept failing like every 5 minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember which episode that was.
It was a couple of them. It was the Haunted Mansion episode, the Muppets Haunted Mansion episode, as well as the Yule Log episode.
Oh,
that one, yes.
I swear to God, I'd been campaigning. Oh, hello.
Yay. Welcome back. Yeah, no, we were
Just in time.
And the before we do get back to that, the funny thing is, the one time I did an episode of Emperor's New Podcast with Tony there, of course his internet went out for the remainder of the recording, so I didn't even get to talk to him that much about it, so that's a bummer.
Editor Jasmine here. You should still check out that episode of the Emperor's New Podcast, by the way. It's a lot of fun. It's the Cats Don't Dance episode.
I haven't seen that. Although I did know Sam Waterston from Aaron Sorkin's The Newsroom.
Oh,
And he's so good in that. He plays...
Oops, my ride's here.
Oh, the siren pass.
I think that's on my end.
Oh, goodness.
He plays Jeff Daniels' boss in The Newsroom. And he's a great character in that. He's such a great actor. Because he'll be like heartwarming 1 minute, and then he'll be screaming and yelling the other next minute.
Sounds about right. By Anne
Anna Marie McLemore.
Yes, thank you.
Why does this always
I don't know. I guess you're becoming the Tony of this podcast.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's not do that. Like, with the bad internet, I mean, specifically.
Editor Jasmine here. Seriously, I only meant in terms of the internet. I would be honored to have Tony on this podcast for real, though. At some point, we'll see if I ever get the guts to ask.
It sounds like a really interesting...
Oh no, we lost Shammy.
Damn it. I broke Shammy by rambling.
Can't access Shamila's devices. Shammy, please refresh. Before that, of course, we had the Tom Kitt Phantom versus the more famous Andrew Lloyd Webber Phantom of the Opera.
It was not Tom Kitt, it was Maury Yeston and Arthur Coppett.
Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry. This is why I need you guys here to be smarter.
I'm not smarter than you, Jazz. I just store more useless information than you do.
Oh, I store useless information too. It's just not usually about this.
Jazz, how much useless information is in my brain?
So much. Mostly Vampire Diaries related. And Newsies related.
About 50-50.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, Shami, you with us again?
Yeah, my internet continues to hate me.
Shamila?
Yeah, my internet continues to hate me.
Hi.
Shamila?
Hello?
Okay. Say that again?
Oh, no.
Oh no, did
Hi.
I get cut off again?
Yes,
No,
you
no,
did.
Yeah.
Riverside just hates me, in particular.
I'm sorry. But yes. Yeah, so
Ava Nobla. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. but yes,
Noblezada.
Sada.
Noblezada. I'm not good at pronunciation. Oh.
we lost her again!
But it's also kind of funny to me because, do you guys remember that TV show Smash?
I do remember Smash, yes.
Gatsby was a plot point in the second season. There was like a small subplot where Christian Borle and Deborah Messing, he got her a copy of The Great Gatsby because they'd wanted to do it, but Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty had an option on it. But then the option fell through and he's like, I want to do this with you. And then it turned into a thing because Deborah Messing wanted to make it a play and not a musical, and then the show got canceled and there was never any follow-up on it.
That is... Oh my god.
See, this is the kind of useless shit I have in my brain, Jazz. I just remember shit that happened in Smash.
I mean, I remember shit that happened in TV shows I watched too. I probably would have remembered that too if I had actually gotten around to watching Smash. But of course, while it was around, I was still watching fucking Glee. Yes, I am ashamed.
Team Ivy forever.
Yeah.
Bride and Prejudice, is that like the angle you were going for, Sammy?
A little bit, but there's a friend of mine who on Tumblr 3D. She was talking about how she would like do Persuasion after that absolute mess that the recent adaptation did.
That will definitely eventually be hit on, I'm sure.
Post-strike.
Post-strike.
Hey, you writers and actors, you bastards!
Leave the AI, just don't do the AI. Nope, absolutely not.
Yeah, anyways, she was talking about how you could have had Anne Elliot as South Asian, and then you could have brought in Henry Golding still as a cousin. And then,
Yeah.
Was Florence Welch on the Gatsby soundtrack in 2013?
She was not.
no.
That's surprising. I could have sworn she was, but...
Well, actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure no. I think they just went for Lana instead, because let's face it, even though I'd say they're very different artists, they were kind of...
No, they had Florence and the Machine.
Okay, they did. You know what?
Over the Love, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, it's not the one. It's not the one song anybody remembers, unfortunately. I feel stupid now.
It's okay.
You're not.
Strike.
Really? We have another Newsies fan here, and we did not get a response there. That is hilarious.
Sorry, it's good. Like, strike, yes, absolutely. Pay your people. Pay your people. Pay. But there's too much paperwork in starting a union. Get that away from me. Davey, take the paperwork.
Oh my god.
No, we're not a union. Davey, take the paperwork away.
No, if anyone's dealing with paperwork, it's me. I'm running half the admin.
That is true. You are in your gem.
I would absolutely pay you if I weren't running this at a loss already, Jamie.
Same. If the Patreon manages to blow up, we'll talk. Oh god.
It kind of reminds me of, have you seen his How I Saved the Greatest Showman set?
No.
I have not. I am so intrigued.
Okay, so very long story short, Benj Pasek and Justin Paul roped Jeremy Jordan into helping them present The Greatest Showman to a bunch of investors investors, which now render The Greatest Showman struck work. Boo.
Boo!
But anyway, Jeremy Jordan, the poor guy, he had like a throat infection the day of rehearsals when he found the day before rehearsals when he found out that Hugh Jackman had just gone through surgery to have like tumorous bits of his skin removed, and so the doctor said, okay, Hugh cannot sing. And then Jeremy was singing only the Zac Efron parts at that point. And so it's like, shit, now Jeremy also has to sing the Hugh Jackman songs. And he does so.
Basically, do all the parts, be perfect, and your only hope to make sure the presentation goes smoothly and that they fund our major motion picture, no pressure. Now, at this point, I'm like maybe 50% vocally, but my hero complex kicks into full gear, and I swoop in to be the true savior of movie musicals. I got there early, I warmed up, I drank a shit ton of tea. I'm thinking maybe this might actually work. We take our places, they explain to the audience all the things that are happening. I stand up, Hugh stands up, and we sing the opening number. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night, impossible comes true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. Blah, blah, blah. You know how the song goes.
Seriously, you all should watch the whole video because it is a wild ride. And seriously, A+ Jeremy Jordan. You are a professional king.
Because he's amazing like that.
And then he finds out that, and he's still thinking he can maybe get the Zac Efron role, and then Hugh Jackman like does this thing where he soldiers bravely into the final number, that and we will come back home, we will come back. That
From
one.
now on, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I don't like The Greatest Showman, even when it's not struck. Fuck The Greatest Showman. Fuck 20th Century Fox. Pay your writers. Anyway, where was I?
I just don't like Pasek and Paul. Unpopular opinion of the day.
What?
They don't like Pasek and Paul, and generally I don't either, but
Neither do I!
yeah, there are a few.
They
songs
have
that
Lin-Manuel
I like.
Miranda's Oscar.
They do.
They sound they're boring. They're boring, they're generic. They sound like every other pop writer on the face of the planet, and I don't like them.
The most interesting they've ever been is when they've had Rachel Bloom bolstering them up.
Yeah, I mean, there's that one song that I know. There's this one song that goes, "Oh, life goes on," that I know Aaron Tveit did for a set at one point. That song's actually pretty good. When I found out it was Pasek and Paul, I was like, "What?" Because that song actually has personality.
Just so you don't think this is a one-time occurrence, here's a brief list of some reasons why I kind of suck. I wrecked my mother's car and lost my cousin in a mall. I killed a fish and a plant and a squirrel. I lost my father's autographed Mickey Mantle ball and drove my bike into a 9-year-old girl, but she was okay, and I just keep telling myself, oh, life goes on, things will be okay. Though the car and fish and ball and plant and squirrel are gone, tomorrow is a brand new day. Everyone makes a couple mistakes somewhere along the way.
But anyway, back to the story. So Jeremy's singing from now on, and then he was like, no, this is my moment. And he takes over singing, even though he has stitches in his nose that he could bust. And he sings it. And Jeremy's a professional about this, so he's like,
Of
okay,
course.
fine. Hugh's moment. And then he loses the part to Zac Efron.
That is some rudeness. Listen, I enjoy Zac Efron from time to time, but he's no Jeremy Jordan.
I have heard rumors of why Bonnie and Clyde closed early in its life. Ticket sales weren't very good, but I have heard rumor.
Okay.
Is this going to be trash-talking Laura Osnes? Because I'm always here for trash-talking
I will always
Laura
trash
Osnes.
talk Laura Osnes, but no, it has nothing to do with Laura
She
and
broke my
everything
heart.
to do with the Struck company.
Okay.
Supposedly they were paying people to not buy tickets so that they could get him back.
Oh!
I don't know how true this is. It's a Reddit rumor. Take it for what it's worth.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, but that would fucking suck. And Shammy, to explain, Laura Osnes won a reality competition to be Sandy in Grease on Broadway.
Okay.
And she's also played like Cinderella, and she was in the revival of Anything Goes. Anyway, she's like a hardcore Christian and also an anti-vaxxer.
And she famously, very embarrassingly got fired from what was going to be a revival of Crazy for You. And she did this, I think it was an Instagram post where she's just like, there's just so much we don't know, and this should have stayed between my family and my doctor. And what? Like, somebody I follow on TikTok did a really good reenactment of it, and people were just like, Rachel Berry. And it's true. It's very true.
And then she did an interview where she compared herself to Jesus.
Why? And
she's persecuted, don't you know?
Laura, you're white. Shut up.
And now she's with the clown. Now she's basically with the clown musical group. Or at least she was last I checked.
I think she's teaching at some Christian university now.
Oh, that makes sense. That's way less fun.
Look at me playing the world's tiniest violin because I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, no, that's supposedly what happened with Running Quiet. Again, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how they would have accomplished that, but it wouldn't surprise me either because the timelines that do match up for him to go into rehearsals for the project that was struck.
That's heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah.
Because as much as I hate Laura Osnes now, she was very talented. She is very talented, and it just sucks that she sucks as a person. Because she was basically a living Disney princess. So much so that she created the Broadway Princess Party that now, last I checked...
Did she steal that idea from someone, though?
Did she?
I remember seeing a thing of, like... There was, hang on.
We're getting so off track, but I don't care. I need to know.
Bandstand deserved better.
Yes, it did.
Corey Cott deserved a Tony, and I stand by it.
More than Ben Platt, anyway.
Oh, boy. I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
It wouldn't surprise me if she stole the idea. I know Kara Lindsay was involved for a while.
It might have been Kara Lindsay that she stole it.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
If she stole it from Kara, I'm going to her house and personally fighting her. I have met Kara Lindsay. She is as nice as she seems.
Yep, ditto. But for legal reasons, that is a joke.
Yes, that's a joke. I will not no one's going to fight Laura Osnes. She's too fragile.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
No, I chased Laura Osnes down the streets of the music hall at Fair Park in Dallas because I heard she had just left the stage door.
Oh.
Did you?
Well, she wasn't in the show. Remember?
You're saying Laura Osnes.
I said Kara Lindsay.
Nope, that point you did say Laura Osnes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I chased Kara Lindsay. Sorry, not Laura.
Yes, she did.
Laura.
I did know that story.
Laura Osnes' friend was conducting Wicked, and she was sitting in the orchestra pit with him.
Kara Lindsay. You keep saying Laura Osnes.
Do I keep doing that, really?
Yes.
I don't know why, but you do.
I don't know why I keep doing it either. Oh my god, Brain, I need you to wake up.
This is going to be a very funny part of the outtake special.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Let's try this again. Take 3. Third time's a lucky charm. Okay. I chased Kara Lindsay out of the music hall at Fair Park in Dallas because Kara Lindsay was sitting in the orchestra pit in Dallas because her friend was conducting. Kara Lindsay played Glinda in Wicked. I chased her down the sidewalk to the parking lot, and I have her autograph on my Wicked poster when she wasn't even in the show that night. And she called me a genius. Oh. Jazz, you have the crying voicemails.
I know I do.
Yeah, so I can't find the source now. I swear to God, though, I remember seeing like somebody saying that Princess Party was not originally Laura Osnes' idea.
Is it possible it was taken down?
It's possible. I'm not sure, but
damn.
Shammy, what were you saying about Kara? I couldn't quite hear you.
Oh no, I didn't say anything about Kara. I was just saying that maybe what Sam was referring to could have been taken off or like retracted.
Yeah,
maybe.
It wouldn't surprise me though, especially now that Christy Altomare is basically running it now.
Good for her.
Indeed.
Exactly, and I knew because then our final activity that we did was that we watched, because the movie with Hugh Jackman and all that hadn't come out yet, so we watched the 25th anniversary concert with Samantha Barks and Nick Jonas, and I was living. I was all about it.
Don't get me started. I mean, obviously we love Samantha Barks. Samantha Barks is great.
Yes.
But Nick Jonas had no business being in that concert.
He did.
Nick Jonas and
the
his
best
invisible
that
box
he
where he
could.
keeps all the emotions he
But,
can't
yeah.
put on his face.
Oh!
Yeah.
We will get into that when we do the Les Mis concerts eventually.
Oh,
Is that
yes.
struck work?
Oh.
I don't think the concerts are.
We might have
I
to
think-
consider that.
Sorry, I would be careful because the 10th anniversary was produced by Sony and the 25th was distributed by Universal, so...
Okay, so never mind.
It's like the 13th year all over again.
Oh my god, it is! I have so many fond memories of that. Fortunately, this is gonna have to go into outtakes because struck work.
Yep.
Because believe it or not, folks, we can support more than one cause at once.
I was reading the part about Viv being told that she can't be a princess. It reminds me of that news story about an indigenous Australian little toddler who was told that who was
She
dressed
couldn't
as
be Elsa. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then Ray's white mom telling her that Elsa is not black. And
Yeah, it's just-
that poor girl.
Yeah, one of the Elsas at Disney World actually made a little message for her to kind of
Aw.
be obviously
yeah,
be
I saw
yourself.
that.
Yeah, it's just so sweet.
The novel is a little bit different in the film in that it's narrated by her uncle, where the narrative is shaped by his own understanding of his Maori identity.
Okay, that sounds really fascinating, and we did find out the film is not struck content because it is only from New Zealand and German production, so we might just end up doing an episode on that. Update on that, as it turns out the DVDs were distributed by Sony, so no, we did not get to do an episode on that during the strike.
Oh, interview with John Musker, who was one of the animators for this.
Wait, John Musker helped animate this too? I thought he was just the animator for Moana.
Wait, or I might be remembering this wrong. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure John Musker just happened to interview them because, he also did a Pacific Islander animated movie.
Okay, strike that. I'm
that's
saying
okay.
That, okay, so.
That's okay. That is what editing is for.
Yep.
But
so
yeah,
let's just say John Musker actually did an interview with the crew of Kapema. I really need to get my thoughts in order because I think this is gonna.
So, we'll talk about it. Of course it
but
does.
we do have a Canadian cartoon up here, but it's a very kiddified version.
Yeah.
Woo! Go Canada!
Yep. And but with that said, I just realized I do have a whole outtake special made up of just our mentions of struck work right now. So if we want to get it out now, so I can put it in the outtakes later. Do we want to do that?
Nah, I'll save it.
Was he the guy who fell asleep during Midsummer?
No,
No.
that's a different one.
That's Harry. Henry is the one who plays the grumpy old guys.
Even though he is a cinnamon roll.
Sweet, sweet guy. He has a very lucky spouse. Book.
Excellent book. Obviously, we will be doing an episode on that, but of course, in order to, I feel like if we
And
do
Paris.
and Ferris, we're trying to make it happen. And fortunately, with Ferris, we don't have to deal with another struck elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Ella Enchanted, I feel like we would have to do the movie after as well. Because
Yeah.
you gotta talk about it.
So is he not little anymore? Is he not cute? Or is he not either?
He's definitely not little anymore. I remember coming home from college, and he was like this much taller than me.
Good answer. That was a trap.
yes, it was. And I mean, you can't compare a grown-ass man to a toddler in terms of that,
A Sleeping Beauty code is... I shouldn't say this because I don't know what it is.
Point is, Cinderella has been told a lot, and now we're
A
going to
lot.
a lot. And now we're going to talk about it more again.
Yep.
I had to. I should have saved that. I should have saved that
for this podcast.
Yeah, basically. I really should have saved that for the Try Guys, Romeo and Juliet, now that I think about it.
But then that struck work.
Wait, the Try Guys one?
No, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, unfortunately. Dollar in the jar.
So we have to cut out that bit.
It's fine. It's
Anyway.
fine.
Kicked off my Egyptian section. Like, we had a Scholastic Book Fair in the library every year.
You had Egyptology, didn't you?
Well, Egyptology was one of them, but there was also this gorgeous picture book of Cleopatra, and it was like all mosaic art, almost.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous.
Oh, this is tapping
yeah.
into a very specific nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
Cleopatra seems to be the point of entry for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And considering, like, she's a Ptolemaic descent, which Rhodopis is, it kind of led to the gateway of that.
My Egypt phase was definitely unlocked by another thing that has struck work, which I scared Sam by telling them about.
Ah! Nope.
Do I want to know?
Nope.
Shami, I think you were there when we discussed it. But anyway.
Nope.
If I was, I'm not remembering.
Good.
Listen, that is my childhood you're talking about. Anyway. But also the Egypt
And I'll find
game.
something terrifying. I'll find something terrifying from my childhood to get you back with.
Fair enough. But yes, also the Egypt game. I know we studied that in 6th grade.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's basically... It was pretty much all white kids, right, Shami? I'm not misremembering
It was
that.
all white kids.
Oh, no.
It was, and they just got... And I know there was a museum involved. And I know one of the little girls was just like, I don't know, I just feel so connected to it. It's like I'm reincarnated or something.
Ah, never do that. Never do that.
Yeah, no, yeah, low key looking back. Oh.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that college humor sketch. We can't all have been Cleopatra in a past life.
Yes.
Yes. Although, but there was like a huge phase of like ancient Egyptian inspired books around
Absolutely.
that time. I very distinctly recall my local library like promoting this. I forget what the name is, but this is like about a son of an Egyptologist getting involved in one of the exhibits and like some supernatural woo stuff going on.
Of course.
It's par for the course in these stories.
Yep. And not to mention the Magic Treehouse books, which probably do technically count for this podcast because I'm working LaFay.
Possibly. Oh, and remember the Time Warp Trio? They went to ancient Egypt at one point. They met Hatshepsut.
Which is pretty cool.
Please stop making stories about Cleopatra. Make more stories about Hatshepsut.
Absolutely.
If puppet history can do it, you can do it.
Yes.
But okay, back to
the version that I grew up with, the Sharon Klein version, I believe it's called. Hang on.
This is what editing is for.
Dee.
At this point, I'm gonna
Climo, Shirley Clymo. So sorry. I don't remember if it's the Perrault Cinderella or the Brothers Grimm. There's one version. We're trying to remember which version Perrault or Grimm had the birds pecking out the eyes on the stepsisters.
That is pure Grimm. Basically, it turns out like Cinderella's stepsisters have a whole lot more depth. I mean, I know that's a typical thing.
Yeah, there are a lot of
tales.
interesting
takes
on the
that,
stepsisters at this point,
but yeah, my personal favorite is probably stepsister because basically homegirl wants to fight. Homegirl wants to carry his sword, and the other sister is like a math genius. Like, I do recommend it. It's a good time, and plus it kind of handles them dealing with the consequences of their now horrible reputation for how they treated the now princess.
Yes.
Actually, it was only when... Have I told you guys about the zoo that my middle school had in the basement?
No.
They have a zoo in your basement?
My middle school did. It was pretty much a little zoo. Like, we had like all types of animals, including. You guys ever heard of Harvey the alligator by any chance?
No.
He at least last I checked, he is still in Gatorland because we ended up having to donate him to that. But he used to live in the basement of my middle school.
Oh my god!
I put a little alligator in there.
Wait, Harvey the alligator, not Bernie the alligator.
No, Harvey, yes.
Okay.
And basically there were a whole bunch of snakes, and, you know, I wanted to hang out down there because animals. And I basically exposure therapy'd myself.
Yeah, but
Oh, boy.
I was a complete snake girl as a kid. And
Aw.
so it probably helped that there was this science unit that we had where a zoologist would come in and bring in different reptiles. They would bring in lizards and snakes, and we would get to like hold them and put them around our shoulders, the little safe snakes.
Oh, could not be me.
And then this also continued all the way to Teachers College, where they showed us the behind-the-scene version of that, and I got to hold a boa constrictor.
Ah!
Yeah, no, I would have been terrified of that too. I've mostly gotten over it, but like if I still get like surprised by a snake, I'm still gonna be like, ah.
And she... Oh, that's weird. It doesn't mention the old man, the man with his head under his arm, but...
Does it not? I could have sworn she had given him something.
So could I, but I don't remember it either. But anyway, I'm looking at it now. I don't see it.
Maybe the old man in the arm is like, because this isn't a group.
Oh, well, maybe it has to do with the spoiler we're about to get to, because...
Yep, it's like a 3-headed snake, I think it was described as.
5 heads.
5 heads! Got full Hydra.
Click on it. I need you to see it.
Oh god, I'm scared now.
Let me see.
Oh, damn!
I told you. GM Thiel. George McCall Thiel.
Yep. That is quite the mustache right there.
He looks like a walrus.
Yep.
Good. It's like, hey, don't be mean to people randomly. It might work out for you. This Cinderella's name is Satara? Satari? Did I pronounce that right?
Satara.
Ugh. You're not bound to the canon. I could make a joke. I could make a Spider-Verse joke, but I won't.
And
what a surprise. Turns out the guy is he was the prince, right? Like,
he was the prince.
Yeah, I feel like Cinderella does get kind of a bad rep.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I do. We do. Cinderella is dead. We absolutely need to cover that sometime.
So yeah,
Definitely.
how Meg Cabot even kind of did that. How much of the Princess Diaries books have you guys read?
I know I read the first one. I never did read the rest of the series.
Okay, so she wrote so many of them, and then when Mia started aging out of it, she decided,
Olivia.
Spoiler alert, plot twist, Mia has a sister from her father, a biracial girl who's living the Cinderella life in Cranbrook, New Jersey, and Mia and her dad swoop in to save her from her abusive aunt and uncle.
Oh, that's gonna be something interesting to look into.
And-
But I am
Wait,
also
are we safe
going
to talk about Arthur?
It's PBS.
It's PBS. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're safe to do that. Actually, there's several episodes of Arthur that could probably work here, actually.
Interesting.
Like, they have that whole Odyssey episode, remember?
Yeah.
I do not remember that. Oh my god. I
was
need
my
to
first
unlock more
introduction
of my childhood.
That was my first introduction to the Odyssey. DW, like, retells the story to Arthur to prove that she can tell a good story.
Oh, Dora Winifred.
Yep, it was definitely one of her finer moments. But anyway, and...
This is what editing is for. For whatever fucking reason, Francis Ford Coppola is weird about cousins.
I have comments that I could legally make, but I will not make because I value my dignity. I live in the South.
You do. God.
Well,
but
wait, that's a
that
Disney from Louisville too. So that
Oh God.
How did we get here?
I don't know. But okay, so
How did we get here? How the hell Pan left?
Mark, go to your corner. We can't do rent right now.
I'm sorry.
we just go down the weirdest rabbit holes.
we really have. This has gotten way out of hand. Okay, so
This is your brain, and this is your brain on Broadway.
Okay, so rewinding it back to the actual topic. This is gonna be like half outtakes, and I'm okay with that though.
Yeah.
No.
We were just getting started.
This is what editing is for. I'll check it, see if everything's okay. This will be great for the outtakes.